For Ruth here. Hope y'all are having a wonderful Sunday. All right, let's just get right into it, y'all. Gilbert Arenas was being interviewed by Evelyn Lozada. Now, y'all know Evelyn Lozada from Basketball Housewives. All right, so he was being interviewed by her. I think this was like some sort of podcast. And basically, according to his ex-wife, Laura Govan. I just want to make sure I got her name right. Laura Govan. Honey, he was telling all her business and she didn't like that. So basically, Gilbert was being asked questions like, how do you guys co-parent? I think Evelyn, and I will play it, Evelyn was asking him questions about, how much he pays for child support payments and things of that nature. And he got into some numbers, right? So that really pissed off Laura, and Laura went off. But we're going to listen to a little bit of the interview.
Child support kicking my ass. Stay down.
Yeah, so it's like, so with the child support, so there's like all this, you always hear things, right? So I know you were paying like a crazy amount at some point, right?
Yep.
So does that change once you retire? Is that like the issue with the court and going back?
Yeah, so, different states have different rules. So different states is friendlier to men than others,
this
right?
Is true.
So
but California
and New York. Yeah, you are hit across the head. So we in Cali, use a Dissomaster. So it's not about how much you have, it's about how much you make, right? So let's say you're a billionaire, but you don't make anything, right? It's like everything is frozen, assets, you're not making anything, you don't have to pay child support, right? If you're making $300,000 and you have zero in the savings, they're going to child support kicking my ass. Stay down.
Yeah.
Now, it's innocent.
So with the child support,
that $300,000, and that's what you're paying child support off of. So they just put your number in, put how many days or your percentage of seeing them. They put the woman's income in, and then it goes from there. Then they spit out a number, which obviously whoever makes the money is not going to like. And then you fight. One's fighting to get it down, one is fighting to keep it there or go up. Right, so, during my battle, the number was 244.
See, now he's starting to get too deep into somebody's business.
So, that's what, I was offering a nice little 20. You got a little
Child.
dub, we good. Laughed at that dub, nigga, please. Right.
And now Laura get mad.
Was about the whole time.
$244,000 a month.
And this don't help.
Insanity. Like, that's for 3 children?
It was 4.
4 kids.
Yeah, it was 4. That $300,000, and that's what you're paying child support off of. So they just put your number in, put how many days or your percentage of seeing them. They put, the woman's income in, and then they spit out a number, which obviously whoever makes the money is not going to like. And then you fight. One's fighting to get it down, one is fighting to keep it there or go up. Right. So during my battle, the number was 244. But the bad part, it wasn't even a bad part, but it was, and then I paid for school, and then I paid for the house, and then I paid for nanny. So I was like, what is the 244 for?
Do y'all think he should have talked about this?
Right, so you're not making the same income.
Yeah, so once my income dropped, I went in there like, I don't make that kind of money to support, the child support. So right off the jump, it dropped from 44,000 to about 7 overnight. There was no decline. It was just 44 to 7, and then boom. And then from there, it was just the kids. So the youngest. So always, if you have multiple, the youngest kid is always worth the most. So so if you have more, then eventually, like whoever the youngest is, they're gonna be worth the most, and then it just drops off when they turn 18.
Well, you almost done, huh?
Yeah.
How do you feel about that? Because I feel like I feel like your co-parent, obviously everybody knows, we hear things like your
The bad, but it wasn't even
co-parenting relationship has been a very public thing. Like, how do you feel about that? Because, I mean, you're almost done because your youngest with that situation is 16?
14.
Okay, so you got 4 more years.
Yeah, but there's never really a co-parenting issue. We've never had a co-parenting issue where we disagreed on something about the kids. It's always been a money issue, right? You don't have it. You want me to pay for it because you don't want to pay for it. You know what I mean?
Is this anybody's business?
Like, okay, we're going on vacation and I'm taking 30 people. You got to pay for it. Nah. You know, those are the issues, right? So, the money falling off or staying on, it didn't matter to me. It was, you know, I just wanted to have the relationship with the children because I was raised by a single father. So all I know is be there. So, you know, paying $5,000, $7,000, it really didn't matter. Like the judge,
parenting relationship.
in my case, it was $20,000 is what the judge gave. I gave an extra $15,000 just to leave me alone. So that's how I got the 44. So it was 20 plus I paid for school. And then I added $15,000 more, just leave me alone and don't talk about me in the papers, nothing, just let me be. That didn't work. Took that motherfucking money and just kept going it.
Did you ever stop her from doing Basketball Wives, or did you ever try to stop her from doing Basketball Wives?
No, I never tried to stop her from working. Because think about it, if you're working, that's your income, right? So get some income, goddammit. Well, I put a gag order on the show, so y'all remember when
and y'all know how Evelyn is.
2011, so it was season 2, season 1 in LA. I put a gag order on, in my case, on the show where they can't use my name. Because at that point I'm still playing and I don't know nothing about the show and I don't want my name just being bashed all over the place. Just got off some gun stuff, so I'm already image conscious. So I was like, yeah, I don't need her going in there and just.
Then don't do it to her, Gilbert.
Under the bus, you know, I'm good on a show where they can't use my name.
Okay, so but this is okay. Y'all heard that now, right? This is the thing. I understand where Gilbert is coming from. And if it was one-sided like that in the courts where Gilbert was the one because he was the one bringing in most of the money, you know what I mean? I understand like the numbers and how he may feel a little slighted, right? And you know, like he said, like the situation's like, all right, we're going on a trip and it's like 30 of my friends and you're going to pay. That's not fair, right? But my thing is, look who you are telling this all to. Not okay. Number one, it's Evelyn. Evelyn is interviewing you. Everybody, if you know Evelyn Lozada, then you know that homegirl can be messy. And she will, as soon as she has a chance to throw it back in your face, Evelyn will throw all of this right back in Laura's face if Laura gives her a reason to. So, and maybe in Gilbert, you know, a lot of times men, they're not really like in on these type of things, but like Laura, she knows Evelyn, so she knows Evelyn can be a bit messy when it comes. You know, Evelyn will hold that card when until she needs to use it against you. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, and you know, and he's talking about, yeah, you know, I was still playing at the time, meaning like he was still, you know, playing the sport at the time, and he didn't want his name being in the mouths, you know, he didn't want his name being brought up in a certain way. Well, what? Maybe Laura doesn't want her name being brought up in a certain way, and isn't this bringing her name up in a negative light? Right? So isn't like, if you don't want it done to you, do unto others as you would have them do unto you, right? So Gilbert, maybe you should have gotten because you got real good and comfortable. You got real good and comfortable, Gilbert. And yeah, if I was Laura, I think I would be a little pissed. Like, why is that? Stop telling our business. But anyway, so Laura did not hold back. And this is what she said, and I quote, "It's kind of funny how this lady done ran through every big three, but got so much to say about me." Was she trying to rhyme? Anyway, let's see. R&B, oh, she trying to say any artist or athlete that was in the NBA, the rapper, actor. Listen, she said, and I quote, R&B, MLB, NBA, NFL, rap, ABC, NBC, BET. You know what, Laura? You had time on this day. MTV, HOV, Hove? Is the rock in here? I'm sorry. Let's see. Got a STD. Oh, see, she's trying to be funny. Maybe even H. Let's see. And all in the back of a car, but got the audacity to talk about me. Let's keep it cute, Goofy. I don't know if it needed that much energy, Laura. Like, she was interviewing him. I think if you really want to be mad, really, really, like, most of the energy should go on Gilbert. I don't know if, because what did Evelyn, I wouldn't have told Evelyn, because Evelyn, it can be messy, right? But right then and there, she wasn't messy because she's just basically being the receiver of what Gilbert is giving. He's giving her all the information, honey, and she's just sitting there like, wow, didn't know that. Well, your youngest is like, so you have 4 more years to go. She wouldn't have known that information if Gilbert didn't, He got good and comfortable discussing y'all business. But anyway, then Laura goes and says, "Hear a truth. Every chick Corny Gill," meaning Gilbert, "every chick Corny Gill has interviewed with, he has slept with." Oh no. Fun fact, Goofy A.N. Wow. I don't know. Maybe, is she implying that Gilbert and Evelyn, have a little something going on? Listen, Evelyn, I'm not gonna judge, because I'm not gonna judge Evelyn, but like, it did seem, maybe it's because she's in the public eye and it seems like she's dated a lot, but and then Laura goes on to say, "You better leave me alone, bro. I got real facts. You should be worrying about our children instead of all the lies you tell. I'm real sick of you and your storytelling." And then she says, "Now go run tell that." Okay, child. Go run and tell that. She had time today, but I really do feel like, I don't understand why all that energy was thrown at, a lot of that energy was thrown at Evelyn, because again, Evelyn was doing nothing but basically interviewing. Gilbert could have kept his mouth shut and Evelyn would have had nothing to speak on, nothing to reply on. So I don't know if that is, like, did we need to hear that Evelyn was ran through and blah, blah, blah? I don't know. Laura just sounds like still very, very angry. And maybe it is all at Gilbert. I don't know. Her and Gilbert, they got this thing, it hasn't been wonderful, their breakup and them raising their children. But again, I think that's their business. And yeah, Gilbert, this is my opinion. Y'all let me know how y'all feel. I feel like Gilbert could have kept some of that stuff to himself. Homeboy was really like, yeah, carry the one, and then and add this up, and this how much I was paying, and then she was, that's a lot. And I feel like that's just none of our business. But y'all let me know how y'all feel about this one. Put in your comments down below, and make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I'll see y'all later. Happy holidays. Bye.